Yo, what's happening? What up, what up, what up? This is Apex 3900, Bizak with another Clizak. And today you see the title, man. Bad Intel. Bad Intel. Man, a lot of you jokers, man, here in the manosphere, y'all receiving bad intel by really unscrupulous, disreputable people. And it's okay. But today we're gonna set the record straight. Lemire came out with this pre-record, little short pre-record video. There is no such thing as vetting a woman, especially with the new iPhone 16 update. Okay, fair enough. But before we get into that, because this particular gentleman, hold on, fair use. Let's just go straight to the tape. Fair use. And I'm doing something different, so I don't have the comments right there readily available. So if you do make a comment, I'm not gonna see it until I'm done with the tape, and then I'll have to go back via YouTube and get your comments in. Fair use. Continuing.
And that's how it's gonna be. So with that being said, let's get into it about this vetting thing. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because over the past few years, we've had a lot of people who I share a similar audience with.
Myself being included. I came out with vetting techniques, or how to vet on my old channel. I made several videos. The $100 date is an excellent way to vet a female. I might have to revisit that. As a matter of fact, I'll pull that audio up later on. Matter of fact, hold up. Let me do this before we go any further. So I got my laptop here. I can just go ahead and pull this chat up right now, because I don't want to miss anything. Hold on, I got notes and all kind of shit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I don't know why I didn't think of that in the first place. Too easy. So while that's firing up, yeah, I had a couple of videos talking about vetting, and you should vet people. It is imperative to vet people. Now, what he's gonna say is that people change. I'll get to it here in a minute. Let me not get ahead of myself. Fair use. Continuing.
Putting out this rhetoric that you need to be able to vet a woman for marriage or long-term, whatever the case may be. Now, I'm not going to get on this video and talk about how getting married is not a wise decision in today's age. I'm going to just touch on this vetting piece, right? So before we get into that, let's look at the definition of vet, all right? The one that these guys are talking about. To make a careful and critical examination of something. Then the other definition...
Stop right there. So you mean to tell me there's no way that you can make a critical examination of another person? Curiouser and curiouser. So there's no way that you can vet people, period. Is that what you're saying? So I mean, by that logic, if you can't vet a woman, then you can't vet a man. Then you just can't vet people, period. You see the flaw in his logic? Let's play that back. Fair use.
Well, a similar definition is to investigate someone thoroughly, especially in order to ensure they are suitable for a job requiring secrecy, loyalty, or trustworthiness, right?
Now, plenty of organizations vet people. The Army, if you have certain, they will vet you. You have to go through a vetting process to get particular clearances and whatnot. Hold on real quick. You can't just get a top secret. That's why they have clearances. There's levels to this shit. You can come in and get a job where you don't have a clearance. Then you can get a certain clearance, and then you can get an extra clearance, and yada yada yada. And you have to go through a vetting process. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is dumb. It's really dumb, in my opinion. His whole argument, there's so much flaw in this nigga G, man. This shit is ridiculous. Hold on real quick. Alright, there we go. Ah. What up? Imperator. Okay. How you doing, brother? Let me do some housekeeping real quick. I just want to point out the inconsistencies in his logic. Just to be honest with you. Because plenty of organizations, not just people, but organizations vet people. So by that logic, what's up, Asia? Hey, boo. No. So I'm saying by that logic, if you can't vet a woman, then organizations can't vet people. And by that logic, other men can't vet men. See how dumb that is? Fair use. I mean, and vetting is applicable to everybody, regardless of your gender or which particular gender. Hold on, I got a whole bunch of pop-up. What's up, baby? But yeah, fair use continue. Well, hold on, let's go back to these definitions again.
Examination of something. Before we get into that, let's look at the definition of vet, all right? The one that these guys are talking about. To make a careful and critical examination of something. Then the other definition, similar definition, is to investigate someone thoroughly, especially in order to ensure they are suitable for a job requiring secrecy, loyalty, or trustworthiness, right? So basically, what they're saying by vetting is that you need.
All right, now hold on real quick. Let me just make this clear. Niggas is biting my style. This nigga's biting my style. I was the first content creator to actually use a word and say, hold on, because words mean things, and then go back and pull up the fucking definition of said word. I was the first. Now I'm hearing several other of these motherfuckers here on YouTube try to use my steez, man. Quit biting a nigga style, bruh. Get your own style, nigga. Damn. But these saps eat them up like Pac-Man dots. This nigga's biting my style. The Mac got raps and slaps that knock, but these saps eat them up like Pac-Man dots. Jesus. Shit is crazy. Oh, what the fuck? What in the fuck? That's not what I wanted. Stop that. Go away. Go away. Let me guess, you wrote the whole first dictionary. You damn right. Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I did. So she want to be smart. You want to talk that shit. I most certainly did. But yeah, it was another joker that another joker that was using my shit. But yeah, let's continue. Let's get back to the tape. Hold on real quick. Let me stop it right there. Fair use continuing.
Be quote unquote investigating this woman thoroughly or making a critical examination to make sure she's suitable for your goals. My thing is this, and this is why all of that makes no sense, okay? You can never ever truly vet another human being. It's impossible because every day is a new day. And each and every individual human has their own individual desires that has nothing to do with anybody else. Whether they're married.
See, that just speaks to your ineptitude. The casino in Maryland Heights. I think it's on the St. Charles side. It's on the far west side of St. Louis. Well, I'm trying to go to this concert. To be perfectly honest with you. But what he just said, though, you distracted me. Let me stop with the chat. He said you can never truly vet another person because every person has their own individual desires that are completely disparate of anybody else, and you never can truly discern what those desires are. Okay, well, this is why I say this speaks to this man's ineptitude, is because you're supposed to be the head, yes? So that means her desires are supposed to be your desires. Because see, if you plan to fail, you fail to plan. If you fail to run down a competent plan to this woman and ensure her a position to invest in said plan, then of course she's gonna go rogue and do her own shit. You know what I'm saying? For instance, like in football, right? If I'm a quarterback, I can't get mad at a receiver if I don't tell him what his route is. And he runs a bad route and leaves me, and I end up throwing an interception or taking a sack. And then he comes back to the huddle. We go back to the sidelines, and I cuss him out. How come you didn't run that route? Motherfucker, you didn't tell me what. How come you didn't tell me to run the route? You didn't tell me what route to run. And even if you did tell me what route to run, I was unclear. So you should have clarified. You should have been a better communicator on what route you wanted me to run. See, this joker can't call no plays. You know what I mean? You got to give a woman some purpose. You got to give a woman some purpose. You got to give her some shit to do. You know? For instance, if I want to get into, let's say, computer networking, then I don't know, shit. I'm gonna have my wife learn something about the business, whether that be prices to computer parts and whatnot. Hell, I might even send her off to a class. You know, I might go to 2 classes, you know, get 2 certifications and send her out to get 2 more certifications. So we'll have 4 certifications together. You know what I mean? And then I go to a particular job. She goes to a particular job. We get information from those jobs and we save our money and we say, fuck it, we're going to start our own tech startup. We got the know-how. We got the experience. We got the extra know-how from job experience. Let's go. Let's do it. You know, that's a play. That's a plan. And you know what? She's invested because she invested her time, her money, her energy. So she gonna see that motherfucker through. You understand? Or for instance, right? Let's say, I'll tell you this. I got a cousin, right? First cousin. He owns a gourmet popcorn shop in Omaha, Nebraska. And I was down there when he was, getting the shop up and going, right? I'm talking about putting up sheetrock, bringing in the machines and shit. Man, he had his wife up in there painting and sweeping up sawdust and you know, the little dust from the sheetrock. And, you know, cleaning the bathrooms. And now that the shop is up and running, He got his wife in there back yonder, back in the back, making popcorn. She's invested. She is invested. She is just as invested in this business work thriving as he is. Now if you don't tell her give her anything to do, and she just sitting at home while you're at the popcorn shop doing all the work, and she ain't invested shit, of course she gonna be like, well, it ain't nothing to me to blow this motherfucker up, so shit, fuck it, I'm leaving. Now that his shit's popping, let me go ahead and, you know, because she seen it, she seen you in action. Not only did she see you in action, she was in the trenches with you. You know what I'm saying? So now, when you talk to her and say, you know what, I'm thinking about expanding. I'm thinking about opening up a shop in Kansas City, which is just like 2 hours south of Omaha. She gonna be like, well, damn, that's gonna be more money. Well, shit, if I was kind of thinking about divorcing him, but, shit, I think I might stick around for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Get this second shop opened up. You know what I mean? You know? And Cuz can get a whole square. He can start at Omaha, come down to Kansas City, shoot down I-70 St. Louis, open up one, then shoot up I-55 up to Chicago and open up one. It had a whole central Midwest region sewn up. Gourmet popcorn for everybody. But this motherfucker, Ramil, he don't think like that. He just want to fuck on the bitch and dump her. No, man. No, now. See, I told y'all, man, I run my life like a Fortune 500 company. Everybody in my life is going to be good for the bottom line. You going to keep me in the black. If you're not going to keep me, if you're going to put me in the red, you got to go. But if she don't already know how to get in the black or help me get in the black and stay in the black, then I got to teach her. But that starts with me first. I got to have a plan. You know? I was talking to this brother today. Well, not necessarily a brother. He was a Latino brother. Well, I guess you could say he was a brother. He was from Colombia, and my father's from Guyana, so, and I do got a little Portuguese in me, so I guess we kind of brothers. Anyway, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I just took this GT class, and I'm about to try to take this GT test in a minute. And then close to the end of my contract, I'm going to apply for the Green and Gold School and then try to stay out here and go to Hawaii University. He was like, oh, you got a plan? I was like, yeah, I done gave this shit some thought. And in the meantime, in between time, this summer, I'm going to try to do get some computer certs. So I have options. So even if I do become an officer and I do another contract, by the end of that contract, I'm going to have another degree. I'm going to have a bachelor's here. I might go back and get a master's. Who knows? I'm going to have certifications. I'm going to have a buttery ass military resume. I'm going to have all kind of military health benefits, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a plan. All I got to do is just plug a female in there. You know, all I gotta do is just plug a female in there. Look, don't fuck up don't call my commander. Don't fuck up my job. You be a stay-at-home wife. Matter of fact, send you to a class, do some day trading. Hell, I might send you to real estate school so you can learn how to sell that real estate and shit. Be a little real estate broker around this motherfucker. Yeah, I'm trying. I got some bumps in the road and shit. I'm not even gonna get into the particulars, but it's an uphill battle. But God willing, I can, push through the shit. You feel me? But yeah. And then let's say I do go to officer school. Hell, if I get a female, whatever, a wife or whatever, I can send her to coding, and she can just work from home and do her little coding shit from home. Get a job and be working from home. Be a remote coder and shit. So hell, she can make sure she get her Pilates in, log on, do her coding shit, do her little shift, clean up, have dinner ready when I get home. Like, you gotta have something for her to do. You gotta have something for her to do. And like I said, I don't use the term submit. I use the term she gotta break herself. So what that means is that when she comes over here, all her plans not necessarily go out the window, but they're secondary. Ideally, they should be tertiary because my plans should be number 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Like I said, her when she amalgamates into my system. Also, you code. I kind of figured you had a little computer skills. I kind of figured you had a little tech savvy to you. But I'm saying, when she plug into my shit, my shit gotta be her shit now. You know what I mean? It can't be two captains. But this dude, he's not thinking like that. He's he's fucking toxic red pill. You know what I mean? I mean, look at his name. Ramil the Radical. Hell, hold on real quick. Because words mean things. Hold on, let me type that in the chat. Hashtag words mean things. Let's see what radical means, shall we? Too fucking easy. Yeah, this fucking link right here is some fucking bullshit. Anyway. Nigga gonna try to do me. Talking about, let's look up the definition of radical. You style biting, wave riding. And he trying to sound like me too. You hear him trying to sound all crisp? This old mush mouth ass, slack jaw ass. Now I know I can talk slow from time to time. I know I kind of slur my shit from time to time. But goddamn, I told this joker this nigga need to. Okay. The Oxford Dictionary writes, says radical, especially of change or action. So this nigga's not concrete. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jason Black, but he says in Chronicles of Judah 144, he says to maintain, and I'm paraphrasing both of them, but to maintain a good upward trajectory, you need to be monotonous and consistent. Let me read this again. So if you're changing your shit all the time, then hey, you're not gonna be consistent. If you're not consistent, you're not gonna be that successful. Especially of change or action, relating to or affecting the fundamental nature of something. Far-reaching, a radical overhaul of the existing regularity framework. So this nigga's just all over the place then. Second definition, advocating or based on thorough or complete political or social change, representing or supporting an extreme or progressive sanction of a political party. Next definition, or noun, a person who advocates thoroughly or complete social or political or social reform, a member of a political party or part of a party pursuing such aims. A group of atoms behaving as a unit in a number of compounds. Let's see what the man, because I know they talk about free radicals and all that other stuff. Here we go. Very different from the usual or traditional, favoring extreme changes in existing ways, habits, conditions, or institutions. So, of course, this man is not pro-marriage because he has a radical viewpoint on the institution of marriage. This is too fucking easy. Too fucking easy. He has a radical view of habits, favoring extreme changes in existing views. So I bet you he's so fucking radical, he probably don't even believe that the man is the head. Interesting. Advocating extreme measures to retain or restore. Okay, political affairs. Ooh. All right, free radicals. We're not going to get into all that. But you get my point. Radical is associated with inconsistency. Being inconsistent. How can you trust a man that's inconsistent? A double-minded man. Double-minded, bruh. Double-minded man. Get my likes up. How the fuck I only got one like in this? Well, it's only one motherfucker in here now. That makes sense. But get my likes up, though. Hold on real quick. Let me do some housekeeping real quick. Real quick. Hold on, that shit just look ill right there. I like that. Yeah, we'll keep that one. Just look ill right there. I like that. Hold on, one more again. Want something done? You gotta do it yourself. Again. And I think that should do it. I think that should do it. Now let's pull his audio back up. Hold up.
If the men find...
Hold up. The men found out what? Don't tell me. Okay, here we go. Okay. Fair use.
My theory, right? Case in point, Janet Jackson, she was with or investigating loyalty or trustworthiness, right? So basically, what they're saying by vetting is that you need to be, quote unquote, investigating this woman.
This nigga said basically.
Thoroughly, or making a critical examination to make sure she's suitable for your goals. My thing is this, and this is
like I said once again, everybody vets. Everybody. If you are, let's say, a cartel member, you're gonna vet certain potential members of the cartel. If you're in a mob, you're gonna do the same thing. If you're in a particular group where there needs to be trust in the man next to you, that he's gonna do his job, then you vet them. This is just bad logic all over the place. Fair use. Continuing.
Why all of that makes no sense. Okay, you can never ever truly vet another human being. It's impossible because every day is a new day. And each and every individual human has their own individual desires that has nothing to do with anybody else, whether they're married or not. This is just a psychological fact, right? And
a psychological fact. See, I can't stand these niggas, bruh. Like, this is that tricknology shit that I read in that article not too long ago where, that article, Asia, when you were talking about, black women are more likely to die during childbirth, right? And I read the article, and it did say that they were like, what, 3.5 times likely to die during childbirth. But the wording in the article was, researchers say, or certain studies suggest. You know what I mean? I learned this shit in English 101 back in college. When you say researchers say, you say a whole bunch of bullshit, and then you follow that up by researchers say, then it's not fact. It's not an actual fact. It's just the writer's opinion, and they didn't do any study, but they just want to follow it up and put a stamp of approval on it and say, researchers say. No, nigga, who are these researchers? And then in the same article, I think the next paragraph down, the writer of this article actually did cite somebody, a PhD of Maryland University or whatever, some bullshit. Okay, that's legit. You cited your work. But then the next paragraph down, they say, studies suggest. What are these studies? What are these studies? You can't just sit up here and say, that's just human nature. Facts. That's just human nature. Facts. Facts. Nigga, just because you say it's facts doesn't mean it's facts. Now that's facts. Facts. Hold on. Let's go back and hear this. Hear this ridiculous shit again. Fair use.
Has their own individual desires that has nothing to do with anybody else, whether they're married or not. This is just a psychological fact, right?
A psychological fact. So you're a psychologist, huh? So you done read the whatever the fuck that is, the you know what I'm saying, that psychology book that talks about all the psychological conditions in humans. So you done read the new edition, huh? So you just know what the fuck you talking about, huh? Okay. Fair use. What do you mean, how does that work? You talking about like the trick, how they use trick words and shit? Because they fool people. I can write an article and it'll be, the first opening paragraph will be totally my opinion, and then at the end of the article I'll say researchers say. And the vast majority of people are so dumb they won't pick up and say, hey, who are these researchers? Exactly. I was thinking the same. It doesn't work. Well, yeah, fair use. Continuing.
And how are you, as another person, going to look into the brain of somebody else? Okay, these.
All right, let me answer that, because it is really, well, it's legally impossible to look into the brain of somebody else. You would have to open their head up and look in there, and even still, that won't do you any good, you know. But let me say this, and I was the first one to bring this up, and I heard Jason Black use this shit on a couple of live streams, and I'm like, nigga, you been listening to my shit. It's all good. Still love you. But I was the first one to say that, take the United States for instance, right? We all attended, for the most part, the vast majority of us attended public schools. Public schools from Seattle, Washington, down to Miami, Florida, and from LA to New York, and everywhere in between, follow the same template. It's the same shit. So from the age 5 to age 18, we have all been indoctrinated with the American way of thinking. That's what makes us all Americans, because our core psychological programming is American. So in that sense, we are all, hold on, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to the types of testing and all that other shit. So in that sense, we are all similar in a broad way. Now you can break it down regionally. Say for instance, I have a lot in common with people from Kansas City. Even if we never met, even if I grew up on 39th and they grew up on 83rd, and I never met this person. Just for the simple fact that A, we went to public school, we went to the same public schools, and B, we grew up in the same city, and C, we may share the same ethnicity. So you got certain cultural ways of doing things and patterns of thought that are within each of those. You got the macro group, that being the United States. Then you got the macro slash micro, which is the city. Then you got the micro, which is the ethnic group. They all three of those have similar modes of thinking. So you're not meeting anybody new. You know what I'm saying? And over a period of time, let's say from the age of 18, you may meet a female or a male who has a certain trait or personality characteristic about them. And then you can meet another person 10 years later at the age of 28 and be like, man, you remind me, like that song Usher said, you remind me of that girl that I once knew. See her face whenever I look at you. Won't believe all the things she put me through. This is why I just can't get with you. Exactly. So you meet another female or another male 10 years later at the age of 28, and you say, man, you know what? You remind me of this girl I went to high school with. Or you remind me of my cousin. How many times have you said that in your life? I probably said that or thought that dozens of times. And even more so when you get up into my age range, 36, 37, 38, you're going to start seeing even more characteristics, similar characteristics that you've seen from other people in the new people that you meet. You know what I mean? So Jason Black, and he said the same sentiment, but I said it first. Let me just say that. I said it first. Yes, I did. But he put it so eloquently. He said, when you get around my age, and I'm guessing that Jason is around his mid to late 40s. But he said, when you get around my age, he was like, there's nothing you females can run on a man. Because it's like, babe, you think you running some new game on me? I done met you 5 times already. I've met you 5 or 6 times already. So for the young brothers, I would suggest you in your early 20s, give it a whole lot of time. Give it time. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to go through stages in your life. From 18 to 27, 28, you're going to be trying to chase skirts. You're going to be trying to chase skirts. From 28 to about 35, you out to try to get a bag. You about your motherfucking shit. And from 35 on, you in cruise control now. You done hit your right cruising altitude. And I'm telling you, when you get up over 35, you see the Matrix, like Neo. Everything is just green and ones and zeros. You see the Matrix. I see these bras coming from a mile away. I be reading their mind. Just a weekend or so ago, I was walking from the parking lot to the barracks, and I seen these 2 females I know, and they were talking to these 2 dudes, and one of the dudes, I don't know him, but I know him, right? And so I come in the mix, and I just start talking to one of them, not really trying to mac on him. I'm just talking shit. You know what I mean? Just coming around, just, doing my 1-2, right? So the dude that I know, he was peeping that, I was getting a little too much attention from really both of them, but one in particular. So he was like, all right, man, I'm going to holler at y'all. And he walked away. So the other chick who I wasn't really talking to like that, she was like, no, wait a minute, come back. And I said, why you tripping, girl? You gonna get your dick tonight? And her homegirl that I was talking to, she kind of smirked and like chuckled a little bit. And old girl who I said that shit to, she got mad and was like, D'Souza, I'm done talking to you. I said, I got her. I read her mind right there. I knew exactly what she was thinking. Because I done seen this shit before. I've seen this shit dozens of times. You know what I'm saying? So there's little quirks and little shit that females do, and I'm like, I done seen that shit before. I know what type of bullshit she on, even if it's subtle. So yes, you can vet these females, man. This nigga's absolutely, positively, undeniably wrong. You're wrong, sir. But fair use, continuing.
Women are great actresses. They'll play the role, even if it requires them a few years to do it for a few years. Case of
That's why you strategically do things to. It's a war of attrition, right? You can do big splash things to get a big reaction, or you can just do constant steady subtle things over a period of time to see how she reacts to it. Like for instance, one thing you can do, this a big splash, is you can pick a fight with her over something petty. Now, if and then apologize for it, right? You pick the fight, then you apologize for it. Then you do something nice for her, right? But if she drags that shit out for like weeks on end, if she don't, and make sure it's something minor. Don't like fucking go out and cheat on her and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing major to have her really pissed off at you. Just do something subtle. I don't know. Piss on the, when she keep the toilet seat down, piss on the toilet seat and just leave it. You know what I mean? That's something minor. But you make a big, argument out. What you mean I gotta put the toilet seat up? Why don't you put the toilet seat up when you done? It's just some, I don't know. I'm using my imagination here. Just pick a subtle fight and then come back later. No, follow my logic here. And then apologize, get her favorite chocolate, or, take her out to eat, or do something nice for her. If she goes back to normal within the next 2-3 days, then you know how she reacts to, shit like that, right? Or you know how she reacts when you make her mad and you put her under those stressors. You know what I'm saying? That's something big. That's a big splash. That's an instant. You should get quick results right then and there. Now, if you want to do something like over a long period of time, and you want to see if she's faking, right? And you want to see if she's faking, or if she's just playing a role, make a habit of you guys going to the gym and working out. You know what I'm saying? If she fakes to you as if she's all into fitness, make sure y'all go to the gym at least 3 times a week. At least. She need to be at the gym with you at least 3 times a week. If nothing more than an hour. Preferably 4. She got to be there 4 times. You could go 5 or 6 days out the week, but she got to be there 3 or 4 days out of the week. Now, if you with her for, let's say, a year, if she just starts saying, fuck it, I don't want to go to the gym after 3 months, then you know what kind of character she has. As much shit as you talk on here, yes you do. Yes you do. But those are some tools, gentlemen. Those are some tools. Right there. That's how you do it. But see, his dumb ass, his unimaginative ass isn't going to be able to tell you that, because he doesn't know that. His brain don't work like that. Anyway, fair use.
point, Janet Jackson, she was with the rich guy, and then once that time was up, the 5 years or whatever, she got that alimony package. You cannot ever truly vet another person. This goes for men as well, right? And my theory, right, is that you never really truly know a person, or the best way you can know a person is if you know them from childhood, right, or from young.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit, but whatever.
Age, right? Anybody you meet after like that college time, you never really gonna know him. That's my theory on that.
This nigga's a fear monger. He's a fear monger. This nigga's a negative Nancy fear mongering ass motherfucker. Hoes are winning. You can never vet people unless you know them from child. So the only people whom we should be in deep long-term relationships with are people whom we know since elementary school, middle school. Really, that's what you're telling me. So then by that logic, then we should get married straight out of high school. We should get a high school sweetheart and then marry him. Because I've been knowing her since the 6th grade. What kind of logic is that? And furthermore, everything is risk. That's how you know this guy is a coward. Because he's risk adverse. He's against taking risk. Hold up. So, I mean, how you gonna sit up here and believe this guy? I don't know about all that shit. The motherfucking risk. You looking like you got a lot of risk there. Oh shit. That's funny. Hold on. We're gonna put you in this. Boom. Put everybody in the same fit. Boom. Looking like an R&B group, looking like Jodeci out here. Circa 1993. What I'm saying, bro, you'll never win if you don't jump off the porch. Fairies continuing.
But just as a basic generalization, it's very hard. How you gonna know what somebody else is thinking, right? Like most of the time, when a man and a woman gets together, the man is bringing all the financial resources. So the woman, who's also a human, how do you know nothing's gonna go up in her mind to be like, hey, you know what? He has all these resources. He's giving it to me for free, and all I'm bringing to the table is good conversation and cat. You don't.
Now, here's the thing about that. And let me quote Jason Black again. But he said, what makes a woman stay is doubt. Like I said earlier about my cousin's popcorn shop, yeah, his wife can leave him if she's sure he's not going to expand. She'd be like, oh, this is the furthest he's going to go. So, yeah, I already know what his ceiling is. I think I can do better. But if she's uncertain about what his ceiling is, she's going to stick around to get his ceiling. You know what I mean? Or at least be in proximity of his ceiling. You know? Because my ex, right? My baby mama. She played me. She did the same thing. She thought she could do better. So she cashed me out for a little measly, petty-ass child support check. And went and got with the next dude. Whole time, she on my socials stalking me. And she see my stock is going up. And just recently, I mean within like the past few weeks, she called me up. Benjamin, I didn't do all that stuff that you just trying to get back with me, trying to cop a plea to get back with me because she knew she fucked up. She knew she hopped off that horse too quick. She knew she cashed in that chip. She knew she cashed in her chips too early. She cashed me out too early. She'd have been like, let me stick around and see where this motherfucker going. So that's what you men do because what? Let's say you making $200,000, right? A year. So, and your current wife has access. She doesn't have possession of it, but she has access to your $200,000, right? Now you can fuck around and spend $40,000 on her a year while y'all married. I'm just throwing out numbers. but she can cash you out for child support and alimony for 25,000 a year. Now she had access to your 200,000, and you were spending 45,000 on her a year. Now she doesn't have access to your 200,000. She only has access to your 25,000. So that divorce shit, that divorce hustle is for the birds. That divorce child support hustle is just it's a dumb strategy on females' part. And then what if you turn around after, you know, she gets you for alimony and child support, right? Now you paying what, 25,000 a year or so? That's what, 2,000 and some change a month for one child and spousal support or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just eyeballing, ballparking the numbers. But what if you turn around and double that shit? Now you got $400,000 a year. Now what? She can ask for more money. She can double the child support and alimony. Yeah, she could do that. Now it's 50,000. Now she only has access to 50,000. But your new wife has access to 350,000. You see how that works? That's why I say I don't give a fuck. This shit dawned on me years ago, cause I did the math. I said, hold on. I'm paying $500 a month. You know, 470, 480, 490, 500 a month. You know, it roughly in a year I'm gonna pay out roughly $5,000. But if I'm making 50,000 a year, she no longer has access to the remaining 45,000. She only has access to 5,000. Hell, even if I'm only making $30,000 a year, she doesn't have access to the remaining 25. She only has access to the 5,000. What would you rather have? Possession of 5,000 or access to 40,000? I'm just ballparking these numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I did the math. I'm like, okay, I pay X amount a year. That's only 5,000, you know, some odd dollars and some change a year. That ain't shit, for real. It ain't like she taking half of my shit. It's not like she's taking half of my salary a year. You know what I'm saying? It's only, bruh, y'all niggas be too scared of child support and alimony. That shit, it really ain't nothing. When you compare it, they really use it as a tool to punish you. And if you allow it to punish you, then yeah, you will get punished. But yeah, man, let's continue. Fair use.
You don't know what changes somebody goes through when they're introduced to a new situation, a new financial situation, a new physical situation, or whatever the case. People's minds change every day, and this vetting word is going to dudes off, and it's going to have a lot of dudes crying later on, thinking that you're going to vet another human being. You're going to.
And what you're doing is fear mongering. That's your whole tactic here. Hoes are winning. You know, these hoes won. If you don't listen to me, then I can't teach you. Then you'll never know how to win. You're just gonna be dealing with these hoes, and hoes are winning. And if you believe in this vetting shit, then oh my goodness, you're gonna have men living in fear, scared to even bust a move. You know. So I mean, what are you saying, bruh? What are you saying, G? That shit flaw as hell, man. Hold up real quick. I'm gonna try to get a screenshot of this real quick. Photo mode is unavailable. Alright, fuck it. Anyway. Fair use, continuing.
Thoroughly, right, investigate them or make a critical examination of somebody who changes with the wind, right? We know that women change with the wind. The right guy can say something to them and they'll throw the whole marriage away, right? Over some guy they met at the gas station.
Now
You
wait a
know,
minute.
so you never go.
How dumb is that? You mean to tell me if I'm a 6-figure nigga by the name of Jigga, that my girl is gonna, that my wife is gonna throw me away for some Pookie or Ray Ray at the gas station? Are you serious? I believe Jay-Z said it best when he said, man, once you had steak, it's hard to go back to bologna. Pookie and Ray Ray got a bologna type of motherfucking lifestyle. We eating steak over here. This nigga Pookie is eating cold cuts. You know what I'm saying? And even if he is a D-boy getting fast money, she gonna know better than that. She gonna know better than that. She gonna be like, nigga, you gonna be in jail in the next 5 years. My man got a solid ass career. His shit gonna steadily be coming in. Yeah, it happens. It happens. But you gotta know your girl, know if she's impulsive like that. You know? But yeah, man, let's keep it moving, man. Fair use. Because we about 5 minutes in. We probably got, we got like 3 minutes left.
To vet another human, and that rhetoric is going to get a lot of dudes under fire. When you think you know somebody, and then 3 years later you losing all your stuff in court. So I'm just trying to help y'all out. Hashtag don't say you didn't know. You cannot.
Man, let me tell you this. And let me use a personal experience. I knew my baby mama was on bullshit. I did. I blame myself for this whole fiasco. Cause she was showing her fucking bullshit ass ways from the beginning. She let it all hang out early. But what was in her favor was the fact that I knew her. I had known her for like damn near 10 years prior to that. So I'm still thinking she the same chick that I knew 10 years ago. So I'm like, maybe she just going through something. Maybe I'm tripping. No, I wasn't tripping. I should have took the bullshit she was on at face value. You know what I mean? But we see the shit, man. We see it. We see them. It's not like we don't. We say we don't, but we do. Yeah. You know if your girl is a disciplinary problem. You know.
Look out, we got hostiles.
Well, yeah, fair use continuing.
Bet nobody, especially with the new iPhone update coming down the pipe. Okay, the new iPhone update is going to allow people to unsend text messages. It's going to allow people to edit text messages they sent in the past. So how are you going to vet, right? Because the best way to vet somebody is to look through their phone. I mean, hands down. I don't care what somebody says to you. I don't care what game they speaking to you. You want to vet somebody to the best of anybody's ability, look through their phone. Right? And a lot of y'all girlfriends and wives, y'all feelings will be hurt. Y'all look through the phone. Y'all see some videos y'all ain't want to see. But that's another subject. Now they're going to be able to hide the city girl behavior even better. And you guys, and they're already ahead of you guys by 100 years when it comes to damage.
Now, let me speak on that because this whole iPhone update, they're gonna be able to edit text messages and shit. You can always subpoena shit in court. It's always gonna be a trail there. So you can subpoena shit in court, man. You can always subpoena shit in court. And if you don't know your girl's body, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? If your girl is fucking on multiple dudes, you gonna be able to tell her pH balance because her shit gonna be off.
That'll put a kick in it.
We're making good headway now.
Hostiles hit.
Lift one of them up. Got one.
Hold up. Yeah, we about to just fuck these dudes up. I did want to creep, but now fuck it. Our cover's blown. Hold on, we're gonna get back to this tape here in a minute.
Back to commander.
Target neutralized. Heavy's down.
He's dead.
Down one enemy radio operator.
Let me get to this shit. Let me get this shit out the way. Exactly. Believe them. Believe them. I didn't. I was holding on to some old memories. And I was thinking like, well shit, maybe a baby will make the shit better. No, it didn't. It did not make it better. But looking back, hindsight, I knew what the type of bullshit she was on. But yeah, this iPhone update, bro, I'm not scared of that shit. Cause it's not just the text messages, it's the Snapchats and the Instagram DMs too. It goes down in the DMs, not just on the text messages. Yeah, fair use, continuing.
This quote unquote dating and mating, whatever y'all whatever the buzzwords is, they're already years ahead. Now they're gonna be able to change the past. Like I said, the new iPhone update is gonna make it even harder for you to quote unquote vet somebody.
Now, granted, women can cheat in the margins and whatnot, but let's be honest. If you don't got her on a program of some sort, you don't got her, invested. If she's invested, she ain't gonna have no time to be slipping off with some dusty ass motherfucker. She's just not, So you need to implement. You need to plan, because if you fail to plan, then you planning to fail. Fair use.
Text message threads. You think she talking to grandma, talking about you baked a good pie the other day, grandma. I had a really great time. When the original text said something totally different. You gonna keep it at that. But at the end of the day, no matter what you want to do, regardless if you want to get married or not, just understand you're taking the risk because you didn't vet anybody. All right, just understand that you
Duh, nigga. Duh, when you marry somebody, you taking the risk. Both parties involved are taking the risk. Hell, when you pump and dump somebody, you taking a risk. You don't know if this motherfucker got herpes, syphilis, whatever. There's some shit you can catch from oral sex. All kind of shit. And we ain't even gonna talk about the monster, the 3-letter monster. Both of the 3-letter monsters. You know what I'm saying? So you take a risk every day when you hop in your car and drive to work. When you go hop in your car and go to Walmart to pick up some groceries, you taking a risk. So what are you saying? Life is risk. If you're risk avert, you will not succeed. And I can tell just by his language and his whole, his whole mindset. This nigga's not. He's not. He's not one of those. He's not him. He is not him. He is not him. Fair use.
just keep in mind, I'm taking the risk of losing everything because you don't know her.
It's not losing everything. I just broke that down. Now, yes, if she divorces you and you guys get divorced, you may lose a portion, but you will not lose everything. Come on now.
And to be fair, she don't know you either. Nobody fully knows anybody else. And at the end of the day, humans operate on incentives, right? So you take away the incentives, or you add incentives, that changes what a human desires, or that changes human wants, right? And that's just basic psychology. So y'all just understand you can never.
What part of psychology is that, nigga? Cite your shit. You old armchair psychologist. This nigga sitting up here with his pseudo psychology. This nigga he took a online psychology class at DeVry. Didn't even finish the motherfucker. Now he thinks he's a psychology expert. Get the fuck out of here. You old University of Phoenix, National American University psychology class taken, and you didn't even finish the class, head ass. Fuck out of here. He ain't cited one psychological thing. He just said some shit and said this is basic human psychology. Get the fuck out of here. Fair use.
Somebody, especially with the new iPhone update. But like I said, play the game at your own risk. You know what time it is. You know what time I'm on. Y'all know what I'm on. Y'all know I'm on that pump and dump life. But that's just me. So with that being said, I want to appreciate y'all for coming through. As always, before you get out of here, like the video. If you're new, subscribe.
Well, that's that. That is that. I do have to say that if, and I may sound like a hater, but I don't give a shit. But if you subscribe to that sort of mindset, man, look, man, look. And oh yeah, sub to this channel right here, y'all. This is my first channel. Sub to this channel right here. But yeah, that's bad intel all over the place. That's just bad intel, man. Yeah, let's get back to stepping on these motherfuckers. Right foot creep, yeah, walking with the heat.
Sniper's been taken out.
Man, I ain't even worried about you. You ain't no threat. Shit, I think we got everybody for real. Look at my John Wick shit. Oh, he tried to hit me with a grenade.
Grenade.
I need cover. All right, I'm moving in.
Don't fight this. What's the timestamp on that? I gotta get the timestamp. Alright, about 67 minutes in. I'm liking this. I'm gonna start playing like this so I can see the screen more instead of having y'all on the chat on the screen and shit. Why would I want a small magazine? I need more bullets. I mean, it might be faster, but come on now. And oh yeah, I had a conversation with Red Supreme not too long ago about marriage, and he's against marriage. Now, I didn't run down on the brother. I just gave my opinion on marriage, and me personally, I'm pro marriage. Yes, given all the bullshit. Yes, Apex, aka Benjamin, is pro marriage. You want to know why? Because you can move into a different tax bracket. We talking money, right? You get taxed differently when you're married. You get I gotta vet you. What are you talking about? I gotta vet your ass and get out of my shit. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I don't know. Cause I need some babies. I can't just have one daughter. I need a son or two.
Oh God, you're not supposed to be here.
Hey, what did you say? Watch your motherfucking tone. That was just a warning. Yeah, I need some babies now. Now there may be a how you say side chick position. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You probably got your tubes tied too, huh? That's what I'm saying. Right foot, feet, and walking with the heat. Okay, mistress. Mistress? It's a little the title. I mean, if you worried about the title, if that's all that's in your way, is the title, then you know.
What is this?
What do you mean taken out 2 weeks ago? I don't understand what you're saying. Say you built to be a man, huh? Oh, that's what that was. Oh, that's that surgery you was telling me about. That's crazy. My younger brother got a vasectomy, and I was just like, why would you do that? And he got like 5 kids. It is ridiculous. That's not where I want to go. Walking with the heat. Alright, we got everything in there. We about to go down the street and step on these dudes. I need a new ride. Hold up. Why are y'all both on this side, man? Get out. Get out. Get out. That's just stupid to me. Y'all both gonna get on the same side. There we go. Mix this shit up, man. I don't care. I want my son.
I hit one.
Where we going? Damn, I'm going the wrong way. Hold up. I'm literally going the wrong way. Yep, right. Anyone.
Get him. Blasted him.
Look alive, boys. One, two, three, hey, walking with the heat. Alright, you know what time it is. Oh.
Shot one of them.
Hey,
Scanning
what's
the
the deal
location.
with that vehicle?
Engaging.
Hostile down.
Just wasted a heavy. neutralized.
Target hit. Drone's ready for action.
You first.
Got one there. That guy's spotted.
Man down.
Scanning the perimeter. Rocket launch.
All set now.
One shot, one.
Hit him where it hurts.
That'll show.
Enemy down. Name's the target. Combat drone's battery is drained.
Would have been sweet to have it right about now.
Oh, what happened to your toe? Did you lose it or something?
Clean kill, no man. He's down.
Kobe.
Rocket, we got trouble coming.
Night vision.
Enemy down.
Got a grenade for ya.
Hope this works.
Rocket gunner neutralized. Sniper's about to shoot at us. Sniper about to engage. Shit. Sniper set fire.
I can't even get through there. Hold on, what was that timestamp? That shit was ill. 78 minutes in. 1, 2, 8, hell yeah. Alright, did we clear everything? Hold on, let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. No, it's the same game. Oh, you got an ingrown toenail? You must be big. You got an ingrown toenail? Let me find out. Let me find out. 1, 2, 3, hey. I think I'm about to shut it down after this, cause what time is it? 6. Yeah, I gotta get ready. It was a long, arduous, painstaking day. And I think I handled everything I need to handle addressing this dude. This goofy. With his flawed logic. This armchair quarterback. Now what I did was I just changed the chat. So now you can't necessarily see everything. I mean, so I can see everything. Y'all won't. The screen will be bigger because I took y'all chat off the screen. How do I get up there? I kind of want to go play some basketball. Get some shots up. That's what I kind of want to do. But it's late in the day. Everybody going to be at the court. And I really don't want to run a whole game. Kind of just want to practice. And get my game right.
I don't want to shit, man.
Man, we'll be quiet then. Alright, how the fuck do I... Am I tripping? I must be tripping. Cause there's no way to get up here.
I think we should bivouac. We've been revving high all day.
Oh, duh. Oh, we about to bivouac in a minute. In a bit. The FRF2, what the fuck is that? But at the same time, my ankle hurt. So I don't even know about all that. What else we got? But let me ask y'all what y'all think. I really don't need none of that stuff. I'm gonna leave it. Let me ask y'all what y'all think. Do y'all think people, men and women, can be properly vetted? Yes or no? Just give me a quick yes or no in the chat. Y'all better hurry up if I shut this down. Alright, y'all not answering. Alright then, till the next time, you jive turkeys.